Yo, what is up, guys? Shinobi here, back again with another video for you guys today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is August 13th, which means now, as of right now, as I'm recording this video, YouTube's AI, its new, YouTube's whole new AI system is now in place. And we'll be basically guessing, let's be real here, guessing whether you're age 18 or not. And if you are, in their eyes, under 18, then you're basically cooked. You're basically cooked. And once again, no big surprise that they're getting major backlash for this, because nobody asked for any of this. And it's going to hit a bunch of creators. I guarantee it right now. It's about to hit a bunch of creators who have probably been on this platform for over 20 plus years. Old people who have been on this platform for probably who knows how many years. People like myself who use VTuber models, been on this platform forever. They have my freaking shit, so they know damn well that I'm not a kid, but they're somehow gonna they're gonna somehow flag a bunch of VTubers. I just know they are. And it's just a bunch of nonsense. So, we're taking a look at this video, see what's going on, because apparently there's already some bullshit going on. Why am I not surprised? Like, the day of that we got nonsense like this happening. And yeah, here we are, man. We are now in the age of them trying to use we're doing it for the kids to try and enforce really stupid policies that nobody actually asked for. It's the same bullshit that Collective Shout tried to do, where they tried to get payment processors, to do the bullshit they were doing by saying, we're protecting kids and women, bro. Like, yeah, right. My ass. It's the same bullshit. It's just a Trojan horse. That's all it ever will be. But either way, we're going to take a look at what's going on right now. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, comment, all that stuff. Because, once again, with YouTube and how it is now, that's the only way they're going to actually count your view as a view, because we live in a day and age now where viewing the whole entire video isn't enough for them. They have to, see some engagement in order for them to count it. So, once again, considering the situation at hand, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all got something to say about this. And I know that there's some people that are boycotting, obviously, YouTube for this. But honestly, me personally, unless we get a new platform, or unless half of YouTube basically just stops using it, there's no way we're going to be able to get their attention for this. It's going to be just one of those issues that a lot of people are going to be pissed off, but they're going to continue to go through with it anyways, because it makes them money. So, like, at this point, I'm going to be real with you when I say that we're probably just going to need a new competitor to YouTube to come out that doesn't have this nonsense, because nobody asked for this crap. Nobody did. Nobody did. And that's also why I say to people that when it comes to YouTube in general, or when it comes to content creation, never put all your eggs in one basket. Have yourself everywhere. TikTok, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, whatever platforms you can get yourself on. If you can make money off of it, Patreon, whatever you got to do it, man. Because these platforms are loyal to nobody but themselves. And at the end of the day, majority of them are, also under Google, and also, owned by corporations. So corporations' only goal is to make money, despite the people who are using them. And the funny thing with YouTube in general is, without the creators, they don't got anything. So why they're doing this doesn't make any sense, because they're effectively nerfing their own creators by doing this bullshit. They really are. They are. Because believe it or not, a lot of people's fan bases, depending on what they make, especially when it comes to anime, have kids that watch their content. So this is going to be a huge nerf to a lot of people who have a lot of their fan base, especially if they make content centered around gaming, Roblox, anime, Beyblade, Pokemon, whatever it may be. And it's just a giant nerf. It's a giant nerf that isn't needed, and nobody asked for. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this.
Being hit extremely hard by censorship right now. YouTube, Spotify, and even gamers are going through massive problems, and today YouTube has rolled out its new AI-powered age verification system, and of course people are furious. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create,
this shit is not going to help anybody, bro. I'm telling you that right now. It's already, we already went over a video like this where it was already causing problems before it even came out. It was already causing problems. now that it's fully implemented, I'm expecting to see nothing but problems from this AI.
Through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, of course, they are going to say that this is for protection, that they're just trying to protect kids. It's like how Collective Shout claims that they want to protect women. It's not actually about protection. It's about power and control. Protecting the kids is usually
some
the
bullshit, bro.
Used. It's like a
these governments don't give a fuck. Politics. Once again, if these governments and shit really cared about the kids, why don't we got that damn list yet? Where's the Epstein list at, bro? If y'all cared about kids that much, we should have had that shit years ago. Or at least right now. But we ain't got shit. So they can just stop the bullshit.
To get through more censorship. But unfortunately, YouTube is a company who is now complying with these absolutely insane requirements that has to do with other places in the world, but it's affecting everybody, even users in the United States.
Keep in mind, they're only doing this because the UK did what they did. Keep that in mind. Nobody told them to do this. They did this of their own accord. Nobody forced them to do this. Nobody told them to do this. The US government didn't go in and say you have to make sure that everybody is 18 on this app. Nothing. They did this shit of their own accord. Because the UK did it, and because it makes YouTube money, why, in their eyes, why wouldn't they do it? You gotta think about it this way. The way that YouTube is operating right now is you have to either show your ID or you have to show your credit card information. And one of two things is going to make them money. Either your ID is going to make them money because now they can, send your information to shareholders and send your information out to other people so they can send you more ads. Or you get their credit card information and they have that shit. And then what they're playing with that is people already are getting irritated with the fact that there's so many ads when it comes to Twitch or even YouTube that have nothing to do with their content at all or what they're even interested in. And it's just increasing. That's why they had the whole ad block, incident a little while back where they were trying to get rid of that because people are just getting sick of the ads. But, they're hoping that if they if they get your credit card information because you have to show it to it, they're hoping that you will crumble and buy YouTube Premium. That is the reason right there. Either way, they want to make some money off of you. So, there you have it. There you have it right there.
Says YouTube is rolling out its AI-powered age verification system today, and I am going to reference this thread again in a minute once we've read the details about this. But it says YouTube is officially testing its new age verification feature in the United States, attempting to estimate the ages of users regardless of the account's listed birth date.
Now let's pause that right there. Attempting to estimate, meaning they're fucking guessing. They're guessing. The AI is guessing whether your shit works. Regardless of the birth date of it, they're guessing if you're 18 or not. Now, if I'm correct, if we go back to this is basically what they're basically going off of. They're going off of the content that you watch, search activity, and the longevity of the account. And this part, honestly, you can cut this out because they don't care about this. It's mostly these two. The type of content watch and your search activity are the only things they really care about for this AI. So let's say you watch a lot of people who swear or a lot of people who cuss during their videos. Maybe they will think that you're 18 plus. Maybe your search activity. Maybe you search up a lot of adult themed stuff like maybe anime or maybe guns or some shit like that. Maybe they'll think you're an adult. But let's say you're somebody who searches up kitty stuff like baby shark memes or Pokemon maybe, because that in their eyes could probably be, kids thing, even though a lot of adults watch it too. Beyblade, Yu-Gi-Oh, Bakugan, so on and so forth. Whatever they deem is childish or it could probably be for children, that's how they will determine, or at least this AI will determine whether you are a child or not. Which has got to be the most trash system of all time. Trash system. Now, for people who are monetized and have to have shown their ID already, this isn't going to be too much of a problem, but they gave their ID willingly. That's the difference between this and this nonsense they're putting out right now. That's the difference between that. Is they willingly giving their ID so that they can be monetized on YouTube and make money. There's a difference. It ain't being forced. Versus all the people who probably either A, aren't making YouTube content, B, are making YouTube content but don't want to be monetized, Or C, aren't making any content at all, but yet now being forced to give out their ID because YouTube wants to have your ID and sell it to fucking corporations and shit for money. That's it. And the biggest thing, and I talked about this in my last video, the biggest thing that is so stupid about this is, what is the point of the COPPA Act? What is the point of freaking YouTube Kids if you're going to be doing all this bullshit? You might as well get rid of it. You might as well get rid of it. Because what is the point of YouTube Kids if you're going to do some stupid shit like this? Because once again, this whole last portion, which is the longevity of the account, this doesn't mean anything to them. You could probably still get flagged even though your account is over 20 plus years old. You could still get flagged. Like, once again, I would not be surprised in the coming days if I start seeing VTubers start getting hit by this dumbass AI that they put in place. That's guessing, I might add. Guessing whether you're 18 or not. It even says it here, we're extending team permit protections to US users, and we are now estimating to be 18, including enabling digital wellbeing tools by default, only showing non-personalized ads, setting uploads to private, and all this other bullshit. It's garbage. It's garbage. And I'm not going to be surprised when they get more backlash when a bunch of creators who are older than 18 get flagged by this dumbass shit.
Listed birth date. Online safety has been a hot button issue throughout recent months, with many developers and platforms looking to implement more strict age verification software. Several platforms like Discord and Xbox have already begun to roll out new ways to confirm a user's age, with many using AI to distinguish a person's age from their photos. My problem with this, of course, is the fact that a lot of companies right now,
this is just a giant privacy, this is just a giant violation to people's privacy, for real. This really is. They want to violate your privacy so fucking bad. They want to violate your privacy so freaking bad, bro. Like, how long is it before these idiots talk about somehow we're going to need a camera in your house to determine who you are so that you can use this shit? Like, that's where we're headed. We're headed towards a day in future where your privacy don't mean shit no more. There is going to be no more privacy on the internet anymore. These people are going to want cameras in your house. These people are going to want to just know who your fucking mom is, your dad is, your fucking kids. All of it, bro. And it's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. And that's why I keep saying that we need a new platform, bro. We do. Because Twitch is going down the shitter anyways. YouTube is kicking itself in the ass right now. Cake is still growing. And, even then, it still has its own problems. Like, we just need a whole new platform that can replace YouTube at this point. Because this shit is ridiculous. This shit is ridiculous. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse from here. First, it's them talking about how they want your ID and your credit card. Next thing, they want your social security number. Like, it's only going to get worse from here.
We're pushing AI. Even customer service lines are primarily AI and bots now. And if you have a problem with your account, let's say this AI falsely estimates your age, and let's say that there's a problem with uploading your ID or uploading a credit card number, right? There's nobody to actually talk to about this. AI can abuse systems that are in place for it to follow, and it can falsely mark things. So you might end up seeing a slew of accounts being unfairly marked and then unfairly
it will,
banned,
I'm telling you.
because people, of course...
I'm 26. I already know this shit probably going to hit me sometime soon. Just because I'm using a VTuber model. I know this shit's going to hit me. Let alone other VTubers. I just know it. Like, this AI is trash. I'm guaranteeing it. I'll give it a month. I'll give it a 2 weeks before we see some giant controversy talking about how YouTube's garbage AI verification has flagged a giant YouTuber because they think that they're a fucking kid and they're damn adult. I guarantee it. I just know it's gonna happen.
course, don't want to enter in their government ID. Of course, people don't want to be forced to enter in their credit card. Now, if you already have a credit card on your YouTube account, yeah, you're not going to be affected by this, but there's going to be a lot of accounts out there that are going to have this problem. And we don't know if they are going to store this information permanently, if it's going to be deleted.
They're gonna store this shit permanently. They're not gonna delete it. They're not gonna delete this shit. They're gonna keep it.
As soon as the image is taken and it's verified. We don't know how that is going to work, and there's no transparency right now. It says age verification and the increased push for online safety for children has hit a fever pitch in recent weeks. Yeah, because we're talking about politicians who do want to monitor you more easily. It's like with live service games. It's not just because they think that it's a good business decision. People have been fighting back against live service. We've seen more live service failures than we have successes. But if you're online all the time, then they can monitor your activity in a game. They can see your every chat. They can see how often you're playing. They can collect that data. They can use it for future projects. And of course, they want to be able to ban your account whenever they feel like it if they don't like what you're doing.
Yeah, like let's say you say something that they don't like. Like let's say you say something bad about their game or some shit like that they ain't liking, or maybe you're criticizing their game a lot. They could just straight up ban your shit. They'll straight up ban your shit. It's bad, bro. It's really bad.
Oh, it's all just really about control. It says the Online Safety Act officially kicked into action earlier this month, with everything from adult content to horror games being restricted within the region. Steam has even taken this push a step further with the platform delisting over 100 horror adult-themed games. I've talked about this, of course, at length, but as reported by Dexerto, YouTube has now begun to roll out its own age verification process in the United States. The Google-owned video platform will now begin to estimate the ages of users using a variety of information, ranging from YouTube activity to the account's creation date. YouTube's new policy has the capability to automatically restrict accounts it believes to be underage, with the users able to verify their own age using a government-issued ID, a photo, or a credit card. Now, there's been a lot of talk about this that's been a little bit funny because of Death Stranding, because
the funny thing about this is kids have already found a way around this bullshit, like not even months ago, weeks ago, where they tried to do this shit in the UK, and kids basically used the Death Stranding game profile picture thing in order to get just bypass it. This shit is not about protecting kids. They know that these kids are not stupid. They know these kids are just going to look up a way to get around it. This shit is more about control than anything. This isn't about the kids. They could care less about the fucking kids. It's all about control. And I don't know why the fuck YouTube is folding for this shit, but they are. I mean, we do know why they're folding. They think they can get more money doing this shit. But yeah, I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense, and they're pissing people off, man. They're pissing people off. And once again, there's other platforms that are rising up right now. There are other platforms out there that will come out and probably say, hey, come over here where we don't got any of this censorship bullshit. And if that happens, I'm telling you right now, if that happens, YouTube is going to get cooked. Because right now, the only thing keeping YouTube alive right now is they're the only video upload platform right now that still pays their creators. Like, video upload platform, by the way. Like, one of those ones where you can upload content every single day. It's not like one of the live stream platforms where you can only upload content by live streaming. This is the only video upload platform at the moment outside of maybe Rumble and a couple others that I can't really name up right now at the moment. But there are other ones out there. And let me tell you right now, if they decide to, make some giant deal and sign some creators over and whatever, YouTube's gonna start sweating, bro. They might want to start rethinking this shit, because I'm being real with you when I say this. They're gonna cook themselves if they don't stop this nonsense. People are already pissed off because of the whole UK online safety bullshit. People are already pissed off because you got Collective Shout out here trying to censor people's games and tell people who and what they can buy and shit. We already saw that garbage happen and it didn't work. You got Trump signing a whole damn executive order saying that these payment processors can't do shit. So we got that, but that war is still on, right now. And then obviously, the whole world right now, for some dumbass reasons, out there freaking trying to censor the internet to all hell and back, and trying to do all this. Like, people are pissed right now. And YouTube doing this is just adding fuel to the fire. If anything, they want to get people on their side with YouTube. If they want to get people on their side, YouTube shouldn't even be implementing this shit. If YouTube took a stance and basically said, we're siding with the people on this, and we're not going to do any of this censorship shit, they would get so much freaking praise. It'd be one of the biggest W's they've done. But instead, they decided to do this garbage. They folded for some money. They folded for some cash. And here we are. And now people are pissed the fuck off.
There were people who abused the Death Stranding photo mode and were able to bypass certain age verification features on other platforms, and we could see that happening here. And I've said this before.
That's exactly what's going to fucking happen.
Child, right, is smart enough to go into a game like this and use a photo mode and take a picture and confirm an account that way. There's very few.
These kids are not dumb. Like, these kids are not dumb. People were already bypassing these garbage features that people were putting in place years ago. Years ago. There's always been systems in place to try and keep kids out. And you know what these kids do? Especially once I've grown up with the internet, like my generation has, and especially the new generation, Generation Alpha, they found a way around that shit. They just looked up some way to get around it. Boom, done. And that's why I say that they do not care about the kids, because they know that these kids are going to get around this shit. They don't care about that. They don't care about that. This is a thing that they want to put in place for more control. That's what it is. It's a Trojan horse talking about how we want to protect the kids. And in reality, it's more like, oh, we want more control over you. That's it. That's it.
Protect their time on the internet even further. The only thing you would be able to do is what you have to do in China, where every time you want to load up a game, you have to give them the identification, and then it monitors how much time you're playing, and then after a certain amount of time, they will kick you out of the game, and that's all the time that you get for the week. It wouldn't surprise me that 1984 and 2025 would go this far, because I do not trust companies. I do not trust governments.
No.
Like so many other people shouldn't either. Now, we, of course,
Nobody
know
does,
YouTube is
bro.
not alone in this. Spotify is another major platform that's doing this. Users.
Yeah, this was like the first one. Like, the whole censorship bullshit that was going on in the UK, talking about age verification and shit. Or like the whole collective shout feminist bullshit, talk about how we're trying to protect kids and shit, going after payment processors. The first thing that was gone after was Spotify. Like, that was one of the first big platforms that had to go and do with this bullshit. What the fuck does Spotify have to do with kids? What the actual hell does Spotify have to do with kids? And I'm being dead ass. It's a music platform. What does Spotify have to do with fucking children? What are we doing out here? This right here is a pure example. This is literally a pure example of why we know they don't give a, how we know they don't give a fuck about kids. Because what does Spotify got to do with kids? There ain't no harmful content on Spotify. It's a fucking music platform. Like, if this ain't showing as pure as day that they just try to pull some bullshit out their ass, I don't know what will.
Will now need to verify their age to access content marked as 18 and up by platform.
What content is 18 plus up on damn Spotify? Like, what are we going back to Kids Bop bullshit? Like, we censoring the music now? We censoring like, what are we doing? Only thing on Spotify is music and podcasts. What are we talking about? Jesus Christ.
Holders, and there are so many people who are furious over this, and clearly YouTube knows the backlash, because they had decided to post this. A lot going on at the moment with a fire heart emoji, and they're
about to get cooked.
Hundreds of people already saying Yeah, go F
Lots of
yourself.
BS going
The
on at the
Online
moment.
Safety Act is a data grab, a lot of bogus copyright claims and demonetizations. If later today you start forcing people to show their ID just to watch videos on your site, I foresee your site getting 404'd by some very angry people who don't want a dictatorship online. This is to protect kids. Be honest. This will implement a safe internet. Be honest. It's to surveil, censor, and control everyone.
Basically.
Thank you.
That meme is basically
I think
it.
I figured out what your AI detection for ID prompting is doing, and I actually love it if it works the way I think. Thank you for prioritizing real safety without sacrificing free speech on adult-targeted content. Ooh.
Yeah, no, I need to know what you're smoking, my dude. That AI detection shit is gonna ban your shit sometime soon, probably thinking you're a kid. Then what? Ain't gonna be looking no good out there for you.
Bad take.
Terrible
Returning
take.
the dislike count isn't that hard. Yeah, that's something that we're never going to get back at this point. Just use a extension. It's just that simple. Fix your flawed AI moderation and reinstate my wrongfully terminated channel. Thousands of creators have been hit by false positive bans, and you're still ignoring the problem. And there's another thread on this by Culture Crave where
There's so much bullshit, bro. Like, you gotta think about this. There's so much crap that YouTube's gotta fix on their platform, but this is what they decide to put in place instead of fixing the problems that already exist. Like, keep that in mind.
Your mindset. I think that it's funny that people on X that have rainbow flags in their name are saying things like this. A lot of alt-right grifttubers are about to have no income as their viewership.
Bro, y'all ain't gonna have no income either. Everything about y'all is adult content. There's nothing that's not adult content when it comes to the LGBTQ community. 90% of y'all on this damn app are talking about bullshit that is sexual in nature. Like, y'all, what the fuck are we talking about? Y'all talking about alt-right, alt-left bullshit. Everybody's gonna get hit by this. Y'all stupid as fuck.
Plummets, they do realize that people that are on their side, like, I don't know, Philip DeFranco, are also going to have their views massively plummet if that actually happens. If adult content ends up being targeted, we're not just talking about right-wingers here. We're talking about anybody across the internet. You have a rainbow flag in your freaking name. You think that LGBTQ plus content won't be censored? And
like, have y'all seen pride parade? Have you seen these pride parades and bullshit, bro? Y'all are nothing but not safe for work content. Y'all are beyond cooked. If you think all right people are cooked, y'all are beyond cooked. Y'all are cooked beyond belief if you think you're safe.
Be banned. Like, you are absolutely brain dead if you believe your side is not going to be affected by this. Good idea. Protect the kids. They really thought that this was going to be a good idea. Can't wait for this to backfire. So I'll definitely be keeping my eye on the situation. Of course, I don't think that this is the, end of YouTube. But
it won't. No, this is definitely not the end of YouTube. Because here's the thing. Not enough people are online all the time enough to see this kind of crap and see the negative experiences that come with this. I don't know the exact number of people who use YouTube, but every single day, if I'm correct, but like let's just go ahead and take a look at this. Like, how many people use YouTube every single day, estimated? How many people use YouTube every day? So yeah, 122 million active users daily, and 1 billion hours of content is watched across the world every single day. This is of 2025. You would need probably more than 122 million people to basically stop watching YouTube so that they would take notice that, yeah, no, people, like, we need 122 million plus people to just basically boycott YouTube if they were to actually get YouTube to pay attention to this and see that, hey, they're going to lose more money than they're going to get if people boycott. Now, YouTube is definitely not going down right off the rip, but I will say one thing. This is not good for them. And once again, if a new platform emerges, as there always are new platforms that are trying to compete, and they don't got this censorship shit going on, YouTube's cooked. Because what's going to happen is, I guarantee it's just going to be like what happened with Kick, where they're going to start taking a bunch of people from off of Twitch and sign them over to Kick. And in this case, be taking a bunch of people off of YouTube and sign them over to a different platform. And then boom. Then YouTube's going to have to start sweating and start, thinking, hey, is this nonsense right here worth it? Is this garbage right here that we rolling out right here, is this worth it?
By any means, but I do recommend you check out alternative platforms and you do follow your favorite creators over there. All of my links are in the description, and I'm sure that I will be covering this a lot more in the future, but if you see any threads on social media where people are saying their accounts were hit with this, make sure to tag me, tag other creators who have also been covering this at length, and try to bring as much visibility to it as possible. But
Yeah.
for now, that's all that I really had.
Honestly, like, that's at this point, I'm not gonna lie to you when I say that that's probably one of the two things you can do to protest against this shit is either make videos about it if you are a creator, especially when getting monetized. So make videos talking about how this isn't a good thing. Or if you're not a creator, basically try and follow your favorite creators on other platforms if you can. If you can, or just find a way around this bullshit, because honestly, nobody asked for this, nobody wants this, and it's gonna fuck up the platform more than it's actually gonna help. Guaranteed, more likely than not, more people than not are gonna get negatively affected by this new AI bullshit than people are gonna get positively affected by this. I don't know what that one person was talking about, some alt-right people. Man, y'all, shit. Alt-right people, the last people that you need to be worrying about, bro. Have y'all seen your own parades, bro? Y'all are beyond cooked. Y'all are beyond cooked, but in general, everybody's cooked, so it don't really matter anyways. But, like, man, like, shit, we'll see how this goes, but I already know how about it go. It's not gonna end well. It's not gonna end well, but, leave your comments down below about what you guys think about this. I think we're all in agreement. We don't want this, Leave your comments, leave your, like, video, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.